Welcome back to CSharp.net tutorials. I am Venkat. We are discussing about the operators in C Sharp. Let us discuss is and null coalesce operator in C Sharp in this video. Okay, so in the previous video we have discussed these 6 operators. Okay, let me comment those 6. And now we will discuss these 2 operators. So you know what is operator? So is operator we can do to check the types dynamically. Okay, suppose string name equal to, so there is a name variable. Okay, so what is this error? Single quotation, double quotation we needed. String is always uses double quotes. And so suppose object age equal to 10. I have 2 variables, string name Venkat, object age 10. Now I know, so name is of type string, I am holding in a string variable, but age is of type number, but we are holding inside object. We don't know what is the data type inside this. Object is the parent type in C Sharp for all the data types. Okay, it supports all types in C Sharp. So we don't know what is age. Okay, now we can check if age is integer. Okay, if age is integer, so please observe it carefully. We are checking if age is integer, then print that age is a integer type. If age is not integer type, so then print this. Let us run this so we can see which one will get printed. So this one or this one. So you can see age is integer type. So now let me put string in it. Okay, so I want to put string in it, 10, t and 10. So now it is not a number. That means it is not a integer. Okay, let us run it now. Age is not integer type. You can see. So using is operator, so we can dynamically identify the data type of a variable. So here you can ask that why we need to identify the data type. Here you can clearly see that if there is something coming from database or other service that is of type object, we don't know the type, no? So that's where, so if age is integer, then do this. So if age is number, then do that. If nothing matches, then do this. Like that we can so use this is keyword. And also we can use this, also we can use is to check the null values. Okay, age is null. Okay, so I'll assign null value here. So object can hold null values also. So you can see that if it is null, then I am printing age is null. If it is not null, then I am printing age is okay. Now let me run it. Age is null because we are assigning null value to age variable. So now I want to keep some value. Age is some 100. Okay. So now if we print it, what we will see? Okay, age is 100. So is operator is working, right? So this is how we can use is operator. We have used is to check null values and also to check the types. Okay. We can also use not. So if age is not null, then print this. Okay. So if age is not null, then print this. If age is null, then print this. Okay. So we can add negation, I mean not condition. You can see age is defined, so age is 100. Okay. So if age is not null, then we are printing it. If age is null, okay, then we are seeing age is null. Okay, so this is one example. I mean, now we have seen two examples. Let us see the third example with the classes. So we will use the try catch blocks, right? In C Sharp, we haven't discussed this. We will be discussing it. Okay, so now we have exception EX. Okay, so there are exception is, so here you can see system.exception is the parent type of all exceptions in C Sharp. Okay, so now I want to check. So if the exception is, okay, argument exception, then do this console.writeLine argument exception occurred. So then else if EX is invalid operation exception, then do that. Okay. Also we can add more conditions. Else if EX is null reference exception, then do this. You can see that we can also check the class types. Okay. If the exception type is argument exception, then do this. If the exception type is this type, then do this. If the exception type is this type, then do this. Like that, we can use is operator to check the data types of the classes. Okay. So this is one more example. So we have seen total 3 examples. Okay. This is how we can use is operator in C Sharp. Now let us see the null coalescing operator. Let me keep all the examples. Okay, so now we are seeing the null coalescing operator. Okay, so here I have created a variable. So input name. Okay, if the name is null, then I want to keep default name as the new customer. Okay, new customer or guest customer, like that. Okay, let me keep it guest customer. Okay, so input name is null. If the input name is null, then I want to use the guest customer. Okay, so to check this, we will do, so normally if input name equal to null. Okay, so if the input name is equal to null, what we will do? If the input name equal to null, we will assign that input name with default name, right? So normally we will do that. We will check whether it is null or not. If it is null, then we will assign that input name with the default name. That's how normally we will write. But after introducing this operator in C Sharp, we don't need to write if condition. Okay, we don't need to write this line. We can simply write this complete operation in one line, single line. Okay, so that is, so input name equal to input name question mark default name. Okay, so this total 1 2 3 4 lines of code can be written like this in single line. Okay, so what is the null coalesce operator doing here? So this null coalesce operator will have left side value, right side value. If the left side value is null, it is going to execute right side value. That means it is going to assign this right side value to this input name. Okay, so if this input name, I mean the left side variable is having some data, then it won't assign this one. It will keep this one only. Okay, that means null coalesce operator will simply check for null values. If this one is null, it will assign this. If it is not null, it won't assign this. It will keep the same value. Okay. Okay. So what is the short form of this one? Input name equal to input name question mark equal to default name. Okay, this is the short form of this expression. Okay, so this entire 4 lines of code we can write like this. So similar kind of things we have seen in arithmetic operators. Okay, so plus equal to, plus minus, plus star, I mean star equal to this. Okay, similarly like this we can use null coalesce operator also. Okay, so that is about these two is and null coalesce operators. Okay, there are some advancements to this in .NET 6 and 8. Let us see those. Null coalesce operator. So result equal to left operand question mark right operand, right? So we have seen this. So if it is null, then it will assign the right side value. So that we have seen. So we can do the chaining also. So you can see, so we can do chaining of these null coalesce operators chaining. So that means we can use any number of null coalesce operator in a single line, 1 2 3 like that. You can use any number of null coalesce operators. We can call that as the chaining. Okay, in CSharp 7.0. Okay, so we can also throw the exception. If the left side value is null, we can throw the exception here. Okay, value cannot be null. In the CSharp.NET 8.0, there is one more improvement released. Okay, so null coalesce assignment operator. So we have just now seen, no, so this one, short form of this one. Okay, so this is about the null coalesce operator. So we have seen is and question mark, that means null coalesce operators in conditional operators. Okay, so with this conditional operators are done. Then in the next video, let us see the concatenation operator and increment decrement operators and logical. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment box. I'll try to answer as early as possible. Thank you.